Good afternoon, it's Sunday, it's the 1st of March. This is the Chels Daft extended video based on the performance against Bournemouth yesterday, the drop points, the 2-2 draw, and the ridiculous social media comments is divided. I've never seen anything like it before. Let's get into the video. So to the game yesterday, and it was disappointing. You have to say disappointing. Chelsea made a slow start into the game, but we grew into the game and we then took over the game. We dominated that first half. We got our goal and Bournemouth struggled. They struggled to get hold of the ball. They struggled to deal with us. Chelsea were well on top and we went in a goal up. Should have been more, but we went in a goal up. The second half was very different. We expected Bournemouth to come out fighting because they're a goal down, they're at home in front of their fans, and they come out and Chelsea couldn't get going. And we couldn't get going, we couldn't live with Bournemouth, and Bournemouth scores 2 goals in the space of minutes. Chelsea are defensively lacking again. Goal from set piece and another goal similar to that of the goals we conceded against Bayern Munich. Somebody open, man open, back post, taps the ball in. We find ourselves 2-1 down. To our credit, we got right back into the game. We took over again and we created numerous openings, but couldn't get that goal, that equaliser, until the 85th minute when Pedro in space turns and shoots. The goalkeeper saves it. The rebound comes to Marcos Alonso, who's in that forward role again, who heads it home for his second goal on the day to make it 2-2. And unfortunately, it was too late for us to get another goal to try and win the game. Plenty of positives to take from the game. The way we played, the way we dominated, the way we showed some character to get back into the game, the way we took hold of that second half once we were 2-1 down, which arguably people will say is too late, but we got ourselves back into it. But we showed character, and that was the main thing. There was some really good performances yesterday from certain members of the team. Some members of the team, not so much, but it's a disappointing result with drop points. Now, I'm recording this about 4 o'clock Sunday. Man United have just dropped points with Everton, 1-1, and Everton have just had a goal disallowed for VAR, which is the most ridiculous offside decision I think I've ever seen. And Tottenham have just lost to Wolves 3-2, which is massive for us. It keeps Tottenham 5 points behind us. Tottenham dropped to 7th. Wolves are up to 6th, 42 points in the Premier League. Man United are on 42 points. We're on 45. We've got a 3-point gap, believe it or not. Sheffield United can close that gap when they play their game in hand. They're on 40 points. They're 5 points behind. So to the ridiculous social media just coverage of Chelsea. The Chelsea fans are divided. I've never seen social media be as negative as before. Yes, social media gives people a platform to have freedom of speech, but some people are just ridiculous. There are some people out there, and you know who you are, who incite comments with making particular posts or posting certain things up, which ain't good. It's not good at all. But I have to say that for the most part, there is such a negative element on social media, and it needs to stop. After every single disappointing performance, people go to town on Chelsea, on Frank Lampard, and at the moment there's this big Frank Lampard split. One of them, who is a YouTuber, he's got quite a big following. He's got an okay following on Twitter, and he's posted this up. Younesh, I want to understand how deep the split is here amongst the fans. Do you trust Frank Lampard to take Chelsea forward into the next few years at least? Do you trust his methods? Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Confidential, super clown Lampard. I'm not in it at all. I want Chelsea to cut ties with him as manager. Worst man for the job in my opinion, because he's clueless, no clear tactics, can't take this fucked up club forward. West Ham, Everton, Bournemouth, Man United games showed he's shit. Lampard out ASAP. Ridiculous. Jawad Hussein Naqvi has put, I've been following Chelsea for years. With each of the managers in the past, I saw certain footballing identity which I could connect us with. But with him, I've not seen one. So just because he's a club legend doesn't mean he's immune from criticism. We need to replace Lampard immediately the season ends. A manager like this cannot win us the Premier League. How you can be putting the blame on players whenever things go south? He's clueless. And more on the players now. CFC Mod, who's got a big following on Twitter, posts up ridiculous comments. Just to put into context, Marcos Alonso has the same amount of goals as Willian has for us in the Premier League in the last 3 seasons while he's playing 21 less games. Let that sink in. He's left back. He's a left wing back who goes forward. Joe Lee has put this up. Always supported Chelsea FC through thick and thin, even in the 80s when things were tough. Even when we didn't have top class players, they always gave everything. Sorry to say, the same can't be said for some. And this guy, Alex Goldberg, who's got a massive following. I don't understand. He charges people to watch his videos. New vid, review Bournemouth. Confusion about everything. Youth can't be youth. Downfall of senior player quality. When Alonso's your hero. Lampard and his haters. Loftus-Cheek not featuring. People like this. People who post this sort of stuff up incite negativity and hatred on Twitter and social media, and it's a joke, and it's got to stop. So to the flip side, and those positive about Chelsea, despite the fact that there's been different performances this season. We all know where we were at the beginning of the season. We all knew what would have taken at the beginning of the season if offered. And people just need to get a sense of realism here. But here's some positive ones which are important. David Patterson, baffled how anyone could want Frank Lampard sacked. He's worked miracles this season with the squad available. 5 points off third in the Premier League, reached the knockout stage of the Champions League, and we're still in the FA Cup. Summer 2020 will be key. More, Chris20 on Twitter. You pro Lampard out brigade. We're having a season exceeding expectations, but some results have proved the inconsistency of a young boss and side. Rather than criticise Frank, take a look at Spurs, Man United and Arsenal. What sort of season are they having? Uber Chelsea FC. I said at the start of the season we would be 9th minimum and everyone agreed. We are 4th and 5 points off 3rd with one of the most bang average squads I've seen in years. If you think Frank Lampard is not doing a good job, get your head checked seriously. Another one from London Football. If you take away Hazard's goals from last season, Chelsea will have finished 10th. Lampard's got no Hazard. Loftus-Cheek's been out the whole season and he hasn't even been able to sign a single player and we're 4th. Lampard is doing a brilliant job. There's no doubt about it. CFC Away Info says this. As frustrating it is to see the club dropping in standard, there is no blame on Lampard. Average squad, injuries galore, got to the Champions League last 16, still in the FA Cup, and as it stands with the Champions League places. If he gets this squad to Europe again, he's worked miracles. And that's the sort of thing you want to be reading. That's the sort of thing you want to be following up, because a lot of these people need to get their head checked. A lot of these people appear on Twitter and started following Chelsea when Roman Abramovich came in and we started being successful. The real fan base, the ones that have been there through thick and thin, the ones that have got their heads screwed on, understand that this is a work in progress and a project. And these people that just jump on the bandwagon or look for clicks on social media by posting controversial posts is just ridiculous. Do yourselves a favour, guys. Weed out the crap. Follow the good people, like me, and like these other people I'm recommending on here, and people that I follow, and pretty much you'll have a decent, level-headed knowledge base. That's the people you should be reading. I want to finish up the social media aspects of this video by this post by CFC Daily, and I have to say I agree. The only way we're going to find some sort of stability in defence is if Lampard sticks to the primary formation and only changes it for opponents like City, Spurs, Liverpool, etc. But using it because it worked twice against the same side isn't sustainable. Now, I tweeted that yesterday after the end of the game, saying that we need to find the right balance in defence and stick with those players rather than keep chopping and changing. So to finish up this video, I just want to say this. Chelsea sit 4th currently, 45 points. 3 points are clear of Man United. We played the same amount of games. We're 5 points clear of Tottenham, Sheffield United, and 3 points clear of Wolves. Chelsea got away with it again. Disappointing result, but it's worked out for us. We need to get our act together, and I'm sure, and we all know Frank Lampard and his staff and the players are working hard to do that. One of those posts on social media hits the nail on the head. Lost to Eden Hazard. Transfer ban. Couldn't sign anybody. Haven't signed anybody. We've blooded youngsters into the squad and we're still 4th and in the FA Cup. We've got a slight chance against Bayern, which we're not going to take. We all know that. But we got through the group stage, so the knockout stages. There's plenty to sit and digest and to be positive about. And we know this squad, if it clicks and if we start taking our chances, we can get on a run of results. Liverpool got stuffed at Watford yesterday. We take them on at the Bridge on Tuesday. Who's to say we can't turn up and beat them? Stranger things have happened. Let's just try and be positive. Let's just try and be focused. Yes, it was disappointing, but let's move on. Stop the negativity. It really doesn't help anyone. And as I said, those individuals on Twitter, in particular the Chelsea Twitter fan base, that try to incite negativity, the ones with the big followings, the Alec Goldbergs, the CFC mods, unfollow them for God's sake. That's it from me. Sunday the 1st of March. I'm just about to edit this while I'm watching the Carabao Cup final. Let's hope that Villa can turn up and turn over Man City. If there's anything that I've discussed in this video that you agree with or you don't agree with, then post your comments below in the comment section or on the comments on my website. If you like the concept of this video, then check out my other playlist, the 5-minute news. And if you like that, smash the hell out of the like button for me. And this video, smash the hell out of the like button for me. And then subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your Sunday. See you all tomorrow, midday, for the Chels Daft 5-minute news.